Robins Air Force Base will be affected by sequestration. We just don't know how deeply yet. But a group of Middle Georgia mayors are teaming up to figure out how to curb the effects of the sequester. And here to tell us some of their ideas are Macon Mayor Robert Reichert and Warner Robins Mayor Chuck Shaheen. It is such a pleasure to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. We're delighted to be here. Absolutely.
Now, Mayor Shaheen, I want to start with you. If or when these defense cuts happen, people are scared about this. What's going to happen to Robins Air Force Base?
Well, I think what we're doing now is taking preventive methods, like, for example, the encroachment issue. Those are things that we're trying to do to prevent any further cuts or any detriment to Robins Air Force Base. And thank the citizens of Bibb County and Houston County and the state of Georgia for helping funding the encroachment issue.
Now, this is a very rare situation. I mean, you guys have teamed up with mayors from across the region. Here you've got Byron Mayor, Perry Mayor, Fort Valley, and, you know, different mayors from across the region that are going to be talking. You guys are going to just basically have a talking session about this, how you're going to curb the effects of sequestration. Now, Mayor Reichert, in forming this coalition, what do you guys plan to focus on?
Regional issues. I mean, that's the short answer. And more we're coming to realize that a lot of issues are best addressed on a regional basis rather than county by county. It really started, I think, with former Houston County Chairman Ned Sanders and the group there that pulled together the Middle Georgia Clean Air Coalition to talk about clean air, because obviously clean air doesn't follow county lines or city limit lines. It blows wherever it goes and it affects the whole region. From that initial working group and getting 7 counties and 13 cities together to form the Middle Georgia Clean Air Coalition, this group kind of grew out of that, and the mayors began to talk about different municipal issues that affect all of us and how, if we work together, we stand a better chance not only of understanding the issues but doing something about it.
So basically this idea for the coalition of mayors to talk about sequestration was born out of something else. So this is basically, you guys are just thinking out of the box, trying to get this situation under control. Are there any other ideas specifically that you have, Mayor Shaheen, to curb the effects of sequestration? I mean, Robins Air Force Base, obviously, it's the lifeblood of Middle Georgia. So.
Well, we actually, Mayor Reichert was there this week about privatizing some issues with Robins Air Force Base and what services that we can do to work with them closer to help cut costs at Robins Air Force Base.
It brings in $2.9 billion annually for the state. I mean, we just received a release from the base that they've told us this today. $2.9 billion annually, which is a lot. It's down from its original, it used to be over more than $4 million annually, $4 billion, excuse me. But it brings a lot of jobs. You know, half of that revenue right there is jobs. So for people who are afraid that this sequester, you know, if Washington doesn't get a deal done, they keep kicking the can down the road when it comes to the budget. For people afraid, what words of comfort can you guys offer them?
I would say that we're working on economic development. Economic development is another regional issue because whether something like First Quality or Nietzsche-Ha or the Transportation and Logistics Hub is located in Bibb County, it has ripple effects that affect Warner Robins and Houston County. Similarly, something that's located in Houston County, oftentimes you'll go into the parking lot of a large employer and you'll find license plates from all over Middle Georgia.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So the fact that here's a great example, a Tractor Supply coming to I-75 Business Parks. I guarantee you when they open, you'll find license plates there from Houston County, Pulaski County, Crawford County, Peach, you know.
So the idea of this coalition of mayors is to sort of focus on other options just in case sequestration has a major impact on jobs.
I would say that they go hand in glove. I would say that we're working on issues directly related to Robins Air Force Base and keeping it as viable and as strong and as competitive and attracting missions as we possibly can. But then in addition to that, I would say, Mr. Mayor, that we're working on
alternative access. We're trying to find an east side access into Robins Air Force Base. But listen, our county voted $21 million for economic development. So now we have a seat at the table. If businesses want to come to Houston County, we can run their sewer. City of Warner Robins owns their water, sewer, and natural gas. That makes us real strong. We are on an aquifer, so we've got plenty of water there. Got great school systems to help educate. So economically, we're very stable. We just had our audit report that shows that we're doing very good in the city of Warner Robins.
All right, Mayor Reichert, Mayor Shaheen, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Obviously, this is a huge issue. We're going to continue to follow this story and see how it affects us here in Middle Georgia. Thank you again for being here.